Today on the channel, version 2, series 1, Jazzwares AEW Brandi Rhodes and Cody Rhodes. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as today we start a week of AEW Jazzwares Series 1, Version 2, 1B, whatever you want to call it. They have went back. They have corrected the skin color issues with these figures, and I'm going to see if the investment is worth it. I'm going to be the guinea pig for some of you guys out there that are on the fence on these. As you guys know, my AEW collection, I'm a double upper. I've got a mint on card and a loose set all the way through Series 5. Now I said, you know what, this is Series 1 being re-released again. I bought 2 sets of these, one to keep mint on card, one to open up. So I got the old versions here, loose and on card, and then I got the new version right here on the card, and then we're going to open this one up. And that's what we're going to do all week with these figures. Very interesting. I didn't think they would actually go back and finish and fix the paint mistakes and the coloring mistakes, but they've done it. And I can't say this is a big-time cash grab. This is kind of a love letter to the fans a little bit, saying, hey, we know we messed up, we're making it right for you guys, and it is for the hardcore of the hardcore fans, as these are only online only. I believe Ringside Collectibles is the only place you can get these figures, at least as of this video. So if you're looking for them, go to Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. But I thought I'd be the guinea pig. Like I said I'm gonna buy a double upset. I think Series 5 is my jumping off point for mint on card. Just getting to be too many figures, and we see how big the line is going to get, so I don't need to double them up. But figured if I already had one, I should get 1B mint on card. Method of the madness of a collector is what that is. But we're going to do it. We're going to unbox these all this week. We're going to talk about it. We're going to compare them to the old version, see what we think, see which one we like best. I think most of the time we're going to like the new versions best, especially on this Cody, just far too pale. But we'll see. We'll see, and we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to unbox it. We're going to go from there. We're going to start with Cody, and then we'll do Brandy in this video, and then we'll do the Bucks in another video. We'll do Jericho and Kenny Omega in another video. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at this Cody figure. Now, we know this packaging. We've seen it in the past. We got the Cody Glamour shot. We got the AEW Unrivaled. Logos up top. Classic Superstars-inspired packaging, I always say. He is number 1, Series 1, Version 2. Says it right down here. So you're not going to get them mixed up. If you're a mint on card collector, it has the Version 2 down below here. So make note of that. If you're selling, trading, whatever, you should be able to tell the difference. For the most part, we'll get into it on some of the other ones. But that is the sure tell sign right here, that Version 2 logo right there. Then you got the other side. You got the AEW logo. A little bit of Cody wrapped around. Warnings and stuff on the bottom nobody really cares about. And then you get the back. There's old Dustin and Cody going at it. You got the rest of Series 1, which you just referenced. We got the Young Bucks on there. You got Brandy Rhodes. You got Chris Jericho. You got Kenny Omega. And, of course, Cody. And once again, it says Series 1, Version 2 Unrivaled Collection. Did I call them the Hardy Boys? No, I didn't. I don't know. You never know. Every once in a while, I'll slip up and I call the Young Bucks the Hardy Boys. I don't know why that is. I guess they're brothers or similar or something like that. But obviously, it's the Young Bucks if I did mess up. Double or Nothing, 5/25, 2019, Las Vegas, Nevada is what this is from. So packaging is the same outside of that little Version 2 stuff. Very mint packaging as well. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but very good quality packaging. Shipped from Ringside. There it is. We've seen this before, that yellow background. See you later. We got Cody in the old plastic prison. There he is. Got his sledgehammer right there. Like I said, we know this figure. We've seen it. There's not a lot of surprises here. It's just the color variations on this one. See you later. Comes with the hammer. Always like the hammer. Of course, you got the plastic around the waist, and I've actually seen people. I saw this the other day on social media. I couldn't for the life of me tell you who it was, but they took this off, and some of this bled onto the figure and some paint issues. So this is truly here for a reason. It sounds like the plastic paint and stuff. Let me see if I can pull this off. I think I can get the waist. You can go through that way as well. You pop it, get the little plastic off, and you can put them back in. So one nice thing about these Jazzwares figures, they're, mix and match. A customizer's dream is what they are at the end of the day. I don't need to go through all the articulation. We're well aware of it. The double jointed knees and elbows, all that kind of stuff. But what we care about is the paint job. How much better is the paint job this go around? We've seen Cody in the past. I mean, this is the palest of pale Cody. This is Cody locked in Antarctica, locked in Alaska during the, 30 days of night where there's no sunshine. He's just not seeing anything. They always call him the I Love Turtles Cody. It's definitely, you see them side by side. It's funny when you look at the packaging on these new ones. It's like, I don't know, do they really fix it? Is it that different? Well, on Cody, it is definitely different. It is definitely improved. You could tell night and day difference here. So definitely this is the one to get if you only need one. I know a lot of people aren't going back to get this one because there's been other Codys released and they're fine with those Codys. But if you're a completionist, you definitely need both of these. One thing I will say, I don't like this head sculpt on Cody. We've gotten much improved head sculpts as we're going through the line. This is probably my least, not probably, this is straight up my least favorite Cody head scan, and that counts Mattel, counts everything. Jax, all the way back then. Just not a fan of this look on him. But the figure itself, with the tan, it really helps. It really does help on this Cody. So I got to give the nod, obviously. And I'm probably going to give the nod to the color-corrected ones on all these. But at the very end, I'm going to rank them all together. Who had the best improvements? Who had the most drastic improvements of the figures? And we'll go through that at the end. But definitely an improvement here. I got a loose set and a mint-on-card set as well, as you guys know. Sometimes I surprise myself. You can definitely tell the difference on those as well right there, as you can see. So very interesting times. This is the first one. So this is Cody. Now we got to take a quick look at his wife, Brandi. All right, next up in AEW Series 1 Version 2 is Brandi Rhodes. The hardest figure, if you guys remember back to Series 1. People struggled finding Brandi. As we know, when Walmart got their pallet shippers, they got their initial cases, Brandi was left out, making her the hardest figure to find. We know about female figures typically being peg warmers. Jazzware is trying to get ahead of that a little bit by putting her in the second wave of figures that came through, making this figure very rare. And probably the most sought after of version 2 is a lot of people missed Brandi on the initial go-around. They're going to grab this one in its place. So interesting moves by the Jazzwares team with this Brandi Rhodes figure. And we're going to do it just like we did the Cody. We're going to compare it to her Series 1A version, if you call this 1B, I guess. But we've got the old version over here, or the new version over here, and then I'm going to open a new version. Trying to keep these Brandis straight here. So this is Series 1A. We got the mint-on-card one, and we got the loose one here. So we'll compare this loose one once we get them unboxed. And a lot of Brandi Rhodes figures. 4 right here. It just seems crazy, doesn't it? But let's take a look at the packaging first. We know this packaging from before. Very plain Jane female figure. There's no accessories here. There's nothing there. You see that orangish, yellowish background. Very cool there. AEW logo at the very top. Classic Superstars inspired packaging. Glamour shot on the side. Brandi looking only like she can look. Looking good over there. Giving the old smile. You got All Elite Wrestling over here. You got, what's it say? She's number 5 in the series. Series 1 V2 down there. The identifier that this is the color-corrected version. All Elite Wrestling over there. And of course, you got Brandi on the back, the old throne breaker. She got the sledgehammer from Cody. Maybe she should have came with the sledgehammer instead of Cody. Would have maybe made more sense. I don't know. Then you got the rest of the line down below. Jericho, Omega, Rhodes, Brandi, and then, of course, the Young Bucks. And this is from Double or Nothing, 5/25/2019, Las Vegas, Nevada. So there you go. Without any further ado, let's open her up. Let's see what's going on in here. Seems a little crazy. This one, we'll see. We'll see how it looks compared to the 1A. Can I get this open? Whoa, losing pieces. See you later. See you later. On the way down. Plastic Prison. Brandi. I keep having deja vu doing this review videos. It feels like I've been there before. It's like the old Iron Maiden song. You guys know Iron Maiden. Of course you do. Iron Maiden, deja vu. Feels like I've been here before. See you later. Feels like I've been here before. All right, Brandi, soaking her in, drinking it in is what I'm doing here. Little deja vu. Very hard to stand, as you guys know, with the high heels. High-heeled women figures, very hard to stand. And we still do not have stands for these AEW Jazzwares figures. I'm hoping Ringside comes through. You guys know me. I'm going to call myself the stand king. Who promotes stands more than me? I don't think there's anybody on the planet that appreciates a stand more than me as well. But this is just reminds me of the old Brandy, and I got the other one here. Now I'm probably going to get them mixed up. Okay, this is the new one, this is the old one. I'm going to try to keep them in these hands so I don't get them mixed up and not know the difference. I'm soaking it in here, and man, the changes are minute. This has got to be the hardest one to tell the difference on. This does serve a purpose, though, as we talked earlier about how Brandy was so hard to get. This gives people another option to get this Brandy. But if Brandy was widely released before, I don't know if there'd be a lot of people buying this figure, as it is so hard to tell the differences. The face does look a little different on the new one compared to the old one. And I don't know if that just has to do with the paint. The paint was done in a different manner. It was sprayed on differently. It almost looks like a different face. It looks like she's smiling a heck of a lot more in the new one compared to the old one. And that could just be my eyes playing tricks on me, but there is not a ton of meat on the bone here. I got to be 100% honest. I mean, you could mix these up. If I mix them up and say, oh, which one's which, I'm not exactly sure. So there's not a ton of meat on the bone. There's a little bit of a paint rub at the top of her head on this new one, so that'll definitely help me tell the difference. Yeah, she's missing a little bit of paint on the side of her head too. So the paint apps on this one are definitely not as good as far as everything else. And I don't think we called it out in the original review, and I noticed this much later, is she has purple highlights in her hair. You kind of got to look at it for a second to realize it's purple, because purple and black mix in together pretty easily. But she does have purple highlights in her hair, which is a cool effect and a little extra touch to somewhat of a plain figure. I think we'd agree on that. I don't know, guys. It's an interesting looking one, that's for sure. Not a ton of meat on the bone on this one. If you're going to skip one, this would be the one to skip for sure. You really can't tell a whole lot of a difference, and that's my opinion there. So there it is. Cody and Brandi Rhodes, Series 1, Version 2. Hope you enjoyed this AEW Series 1 Version 2 unboxing and review. You guys tell me in the comments, is the juice worth the squeeze here? Is it an easy pass? Did you pick these up? What are you doing with these? While you're here, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. And for the whole AEW Series 1 crew, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.